Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicole and Becky and Kristen, sorta. Happy birthday to you. So Wednesday night, Melissa and I took a course called Emergenetics. Emergenetics is actually based on the 4 personality types that have its roots all the way back to Plato. The biggest difference is that Emergenetics has separated the 4 personalities of analytical, structural, social, and conceptual from the behaviors, talking about how expressive, assertive, and flexible a person is. I had actually taken Emergenetics 6 years ago, and when each of the kids was in 6th grade, they took the Emergenetics class. Melissa's the one that is really big on personality assessments and stuff like that, and so the fact that the 3 of us had taken the assessment and course and everything, and she hadn't, was a little bit of a disappointment. So 2.5 years ago for Mother's Day, I actually set it up so that she could take the assessment. She got the results, but since she didn't get to take the course, she often got confused between the 4 personalities that she'd taken in other situations and this new emergenetic stuff. She didn't know quite how they fit together. It was fun to have Melissa take the course with me this time because we got to have a lot more discussion about what everything means, and we just had a better understanding of each other. The biggest way that my personality has changed in the last 6 years is actually on the behavior side. My assertiveness and expressiveness have both gone up, and my flexibility has gone down. Considering all the changes that have happened in the last 6 years, it kind of makes sense. As far as the 4 personalities goes, the biggest change was that my conceptual went down a little. What's funny is that 6 years ago I came up with so much conceptual in my personality, and I was frustrated. Conceptual people in general just aren't my favorite kind of people to hang out with, and to see that come up so strong in my personality kind of frustrated me a little bit. It's actually taken quite a bit of time to kind of wrap my head around the fact that I am conceptual, and I now understand what that means and how that applies to my personality, because I am very conceptual, not as strong as some of the other areas. But now that I've kind of come to terms with that, it fell out of my personality type. The part of this whole thing that was the most fun was comparing my personality with Melissa's. When you look at my social, pretty small red sliver there, Melissa really excels at that, shall we say. And then where I'm strong with the analytical, that blue part, Melissa isn't as strong, and so we complement each other really well. She gets to be the flexible one, and I get to be the assertive one. All in all, it was a really valuable night. If Emergenetics is available to you, I highly recommend that you take the course. It's really insightful, gives you information about who you are. If you can take it with your spouse, I highly recommend that as well. Oh, by the way, this isn't a sponsored video. On a totally unrelated note, some of Katrina's friends come into my classroom during a time of the day called academic assistance, and they did some drawings on my board, and they were just so fun that I just thought I'd take a couple pictures. Another thing that I did this week is the Performing Arts Department likes for me to use my poster printer to print out posters so they can advertise their upcoming plays, and so that's one of the things that I printed out for them this week.